Go.
Okay? All right. Well, Ed, Mary wants to do a video of you, as you probably know by now. And I didn't know any funny stories about you, or didn't want to tell jokes, because you know I can't tell jokes. And I didn't think you'd want me singing. So I figured I'd draw you some pictures, because that must be my talent. And just explain things you've gotten through. Okay? Now you remember this. This mom was giving you a bath, and you was slippery, and you slipped out of her hands, and oh, you fell on your head, and that was your first problem. And maybe that did affect you for life. Okay? Then, oh, do you remember the time you and Raymond were running after each other, and you were running over the tops of the cars, and you came to the house that the Mercedes lived in, but the people before that lived in, and a woman rented in behind, and she had a convertible, and whoops, you went right through there. But of course it was Raymond's fault, it wasn't your fault, but you survived that. Then, oh, now I'm not sure, but I think you were climbing over the fence to get into Carp, going in between Carp's and the Almenz's house. And the gate had a picket, not picket, what are those called? Cyclone fences. And your chin went right through the top of the spike. And you had to get stitches. And for some reason I remember you used to have to take this powder. I don't know if it was aspirin and it was all crushed up, but it was some kind of white powder that you used to take for the pain, and I guess so you didn't get germs, but you survived that one too. Oh, and poor Ed played baseball all through grammar school and all through high school, and you hurt your arm. I think it was your rotator cuff, so you couldn't get a scholarship and you couldn't make it to the big leagues. Oh, your life was never going to be the same, but you survived. Oops, I'm missing one there. Then, remember, you were in an accident and some woman had gone through a stop sign on Clarendon Road. And you went to the hospital, and I just went back to teaching after I had Liz. And you were in Brookdale, and they sent you home, and you weren't really right. You were kind of hallucinating, and you didn't know people around you, and you wound up in the New York Infirmary. And remember, you were with Max, and Max kept talking about his cats, but you survived it, Ed. Another thing to your head, makes you wonder. Oh, this is when you had the ulcers. And I heard you were bleeding buckets in there. Didn't think you were going to make it then, Ed. You survived it. And you remember the hyperbaric chamber. Oh, you hurt your foot. See, your foot's all sore there. And Gabby took you every morning, and you went to the hyperbaric chamber. Didn't think thought you were going to lose the foot, but you made it.
Explain to Michael. Why does it say, "Look, Michael, I am like you"?
Oh, because Michael Jackson had a hyperbaric chamber, and he used to go in it all the time so he would look young. So maybe you really didn't hurt your foot, and you were just thinking maybe it would grow some of your hair back. Well, Ed, you survived all these things. You're going to survive this. I know this is much worse, and it's hard. And you know, you had a lot of damage to your head with all those falls and accidents and stuff. But you survived, and you're going to make it. And remember, you got to keep the faith. Every night, I pray for you, and I talk to all the people who went before us, and I talk to Mom and Dad, and you know you have to keep the faith. So, do it. And by the way, these pictures, you know, you can buy these pictures if you want, and I will sign them. It costs a little bit more, but you know my artwork is really good. Better than my singing, so can you imagine? Well, Ed, I hope this cheered you up a little. I'll get up there to see you one of these days. Take care. Bye.
You want me to shut it off now?
Now you can shut it off.
Okay.